it's Katie, and I just got back from seeing Tomorrowland. So today on Katie's Take 5 Friday, I'm going to tell you 5 things I liked or didn't like about Disney's Tomorrowland. Alright, so this movie, we really had no clue what it was about. They didn't show anything about the plot in any of the trailers, so I was kind of going in there blind. My expectations weren't that high, to be honest. I kind of walked in going, well, I hope this movie exceeds my expectations. Not to mention I am a huge Disney fan as well as a sci-fi fan, so I was really kind of hoping that these two elements would come together and fuse into this awesome Disney sci-fi movie. So I'm gonna try my best to do this review and not give out any spoilers because I think you should go into this movie not knowing some of the key plot points because you guys have to go in and experience it for yourself. Alright, so let's start out with some things that I liked about the movie. Number 5, the acting. I mean, George Clooney, Hugh Laurie, Britt Robertson, awesome actors, but the one character and the one actor that really stood out to me was a little girl named Raffi Cassidy. Holy moly, she kind of came out of nowhere and she plays a huge part in this movie and she is just hands down my favorite character in the whole movie. They kind of show her a tiny bit in the trailer, but not a whole lot. We have no clue who she is, what she does, nothing like that. And her storyline is extremely interesting, so she was definitely my favorite character, and this little girl can act. Britt Robertson was also really awesome. She played a highly intelligent yet slightly quirky but also extremely optimistic character, so I really related to her character. I loved her. I thought she did such a great job. And of course, George Clooney is George Clooney. So overall, the acting was really, really great. I enjoyed it. The characters were really awesome, and everyone did a really great job in this movie. Number 4, Disney references. Holy moly, if you are a Disney fan, or if you've been to Disney World or Disneyland before, you are going to see so many Disney references, and it was really fun to pick out. They played awesome Disney music, they had movie references, they had ride references. It was really awesome, and being a Disney fan, I loved seeing all of the Disney references, especially the theme park references. So when you go into the movie, you're definitely going to see some awesome little Easter eggs here and there, and some more blatant references that are obviously Disney, but that was really fun for me. Number 3 is actually something that I was expecting and didn't get, so for me it was a little bit of a disappointment, but number 3 is Tomorrowland itself. In the movie, they take you to Tomorrowland where you think the entire movie is going to take place in this incredible futuristic world, and it just doesn't. You do not get enough Tomorrowland, and I was so bummed out. I was really hoping that there would be more Tomorrowland, but the film takes place more in present day than it even does in Tomorrowland, and for me that was such a bummer. This is such an incredible futuristic world. I wanted to see how it worked. I wanted to see how the people lived there. I wanted more of that. I thought that's what the movie was going to be about, based off the tiny little amount of information we had from the trailers, but like I said, I wanted more. Which brings me to my number 2, which was they tried to do way too much in this movie. Honestly, this movie could have been 3 separate movies, 2 separate movies, whatever. It was way too long. It was a 2-hour movie that could have easily been a 90-minute movie. And it took place in the past, present, and future, when I totally think that all I wanted to see was more of Tomorrowland, but it definitely was just doing way too much. They tried to just pack in all these ideas into this movie. It just felt rushed. We didn't really get a whole lot of character development or world establishment, and I kind of wanted a little bit more of that. Maybe I'm crazy, but I wanted to see Tomorrowland in a movie called Tomorrowland. Also, when I say that they were trying to do too much, not only did they try to pack in what should have been probably multiple movies into one, they also kind of hit you over the head with a message. And this is a Disney movie, so I expected that. Usually they're somewhat subtle. Sometimes they're like WALL-E, but this one was kind of just like beating you over the head with a message. I happen to think that it is a very important message, but I just think the way that they went about doing it was so over the top. It just wasn't subtle enough for me. Alright, so this brings me to my number 1 thing about this movie, which is actually something that I really enjoyed, and that is the acting action sequences. Holy moly, I did not expect this movie to have awesome action sequences, and they are really, really cool. Some of the fights are extremely futuristic with really awesome gadgets and robots, and other ones are just simple hand-to-hand combat, but still, the action sequences in this movie were really cool, and I kind of wasn't expecting it to be, you know, heavily action-packed, but they did have really awesome moments that I enjoyed. So for me, I think that was one of my very favorite things about the movie. Overall, I liked the movie. I did not love the movie. It's honestly really hard for me to review because I can't give any spoilers away, because the spoilers that I would say would totally give the entire movie away, and I don't want to do that, but I just didn't love the movie, and I really wanted to. I kind of, you know, had no expectations, or they were a little bit low, and I was hoping it would exceed my expectations, and it just didn't. Regardless, I still think it's a great family movie. If you have kids, they would love it. It definitely has funny moments, awesome action sequences, so I definitely think that this is a great family movie, but for me, it just wasn't my type of movie, I guess. It just wasn't exactly what I wanted it to be. So for me, I'm gonna give it a 2.5, 3 out of 5 stars, because like I said, it just wasn't my type of movie. But I recommend if you have kids or if you go with your family to go see this movie, that would be a really good idea. But I want to know from you, did you see the movie? What did you think? If you're gonna go see it, make sure you come back and let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
Hey you, don't go anywhere. Make sure you click that button right there to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss my next video. And just in case you missed my last video, click right on over here to check it out.